My father, Louis, my genetic father, the whatever he is, he had a friend. He actually, I just walked in the living room and he's watching this movie, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, huh. And now the screen changes, and it's a house that I was actually at when I was going to this place called Mykonos. It was a restaurant in Smithtown, and one of the loan officers asked me to go meet him at a house to do kind of like a quasi appraisal, if I could do it on like improv. One of his friends was asking, so I was like, yeah. I was like, I mean, again, I'm in the field. I was like, I don't have my computer. I was like, but if they can give me till the end of today or tomorrow, I said, I'll come take a look at it first, and then I can give them a number so you have something to base the loan off of. Sure. And so that was in Suffolk County. So I went, and now, I mean, it looks like the exact same. It's a white house with like a stone bottom to it. And the funny thing is, I don't remember the address. I mean, maybe it's the same. But the funny thing is that the name of the movie is Morning Glory, MORNINGGLORY, with Harrison Ford. And he's sitting there with like a woman who's like, wants to be a news reporter so bad. And they hop in a IBS. Is that irritable bowel syndrome? I'm just kidding. Yeah, well, here's looking at you. Right, I mean, because Harrison Ford had that kind of moment with the girl at the end. I mean, at first it's kind of like, huh, that's funny, because that reminds me of another person I worked with, right, who shall not be named, because, right, the person, they haven't even met each other, 2 different time periods, but I watched, they apparently in the background, a state trooper car pulled up, and then like an undercover car. But they had the windbreakers with the FBI on them. Like, well, I guess if you want to make some source reliable and like they're the good guy. If you can't get the networks to pick you up with an FBI in the background or an ATF or like whatever with your official windbreakers. I mean, it's the official windbreaker of the FBI, right? So they put it on network news. Yeah, I haven't really seen it on network news. I mean, I've seen it once in a stretch of an imagination, same night that I supposedly got engaged. There was some kind of sweep of the guest house at Glenn's in the Hamptons, one of Nora's clientele. And then there was, let's think about this. Yeah, so anyway, right, so the guy kind of looks like my mom's boss, Bob Steck, sitting there holding a mug, and Harrison Ford's like, yeah, well, evening news. He's like, they're going to hit you with routing government contracts and all sorts of racketeering charges, and gonna be big on the nightly news. And the guy's like, get out of here. He's like, or I'll call the police. He's like, and here they are. If only it wasn't just in the movies. That's the only time I really think that action gets done, because other than that, it's been a whole lot of what I'm doing right now, which is nothing. Just waiting. Hoping not to get plucked out of like something and thrown into some other scenario, totally disoriented, embarrassing myself in a scenario that I was not prepared for. I mean, I'm fine at improv, but not when it is a constant daily or whatever affair, a lifetime affair. There's been some caseworker. Here's the thing, Pops. You got 4 fucking decades. How many more decades do you need to prove how fucking useless you are? And not to the guy, the Harrison Ford guy, to the schlep that's been working Arizona, now in New York, 4 decades really, and you call yourself an attorney. For whom? Incidentally, one last note, Maria Mirza, who married Tommy Speciale, right? They bought a house at 1 Morning Glory, close to Smithtown, but it's Lake Grove. After 3 Commonwealth was sold, right? Those are public records on MLS, Zillow, Trulia, whatever. Let's think about this. Right, I also mentioned to Tommy today, incidentally, I looped him in on a private conversation of what happened between me and some woman by the name of Alice Mirza and Michael Mirza, which Maria claimed to be her parents when I was little, and just poofing into, and I gave him the address, 942 North 4th Street in New Hyde Park. So again, I wanted, because I know, like, Tommy, apparently he joined the military, Maria said, and then he got cancer. He lived at like 1/2 Circle something or other in Sachem, I think, school district, right by the library, Sachem Library. And then he got cured. He had some lymph nodes had to be removed, like all of them. And then he recovered. Imagine that. And then Maria was with him the whole time, and then whatever. So I thought that he might want to, with what I got going on, just know that, so he doesn't get sideswiped into something that is real.